Let's talk about pets, baby. Let's talk about Phillipi. Let's talk about all the bad shit that they posted recently. Let's talk about pets. Let's talk about pets. Let's talk about pets. Let's talk about pets. There he is, this missing me. Hi, it's man, non-binary, non-toxic, non-violent, neurodiverse ninny. And come on. And I've got a channel with my beautiful cat boys, my cat kids. I say cat kids because psychiatrist said I should never have babies. Oh no, this is my rescue bug. He doesn't like being picked up, babe. He's a gorgeous. He's Dom. He's about 9 years old. We got him just before we moved here, and he doesn't like being picked up. He wasn't socialised very well. I got him from a rescue, and he was at a rehoming day, and he was in like a cat cage thingy, and I thought, well, our other rescue cat died, and we didn't know which one we were getting. We thought he looked cute, and hi Dom, you alright, mate? Yeah, he's a good boy. And so this guy, I swear to God, he wakes me up in the morning. He puts his paw on my face. You're a bonkers, aren't you? You're a bonkers kitty. Yes, you are. You want to say hello to the internet? Look, what? There. Say hi. Say hi. Ah! I'm sorry. This is the whole point of this video. Putting your pets on the internet. You know, dogs on vlogs. Cats on the internet. I'm sorry, there's no and there's no alliteration there. I'm rhyming. I've got nothing. But yeah, meow. I know. I can hear you. He's lovely. I've been sorting out my makeup, and I've just sort of putting it on my bed just behind me here. So I've been taking pictures of my hats as well. He got a rainbow hat. Man makes hats. Alright, my hair is absolutely atrocious at the moment. Because I've been out in the garden, and of course, you know, being in the sun, it's kind of like dries it all out to fuck. Anyway, besides the point, this is Dom's official shirt. I tried to do a Teespring thing last year, and I didn't get anywhere with it. And the thing is, like, exploiting your pets for views, you know what? I've seen some of these fake rescue videos, and I can't remember which channel it was now, but there's one that exposes these fake rescue videos, where, you know, oh, look at this cat, and, you know, it's all starving and ill, and I'm taking it in, and it's all lovely. And then it turns out that this person just took a cat, starved it, and then kind of like rewound the story to make it look like they were the hero. And it does happen, it really does. And there's quite a few websites out there that expose that. Look at him, he's a dude. Are you a dude? Oh, hi, Dom. Yeah, he's in my bed, squishing my bed. He's such a dude. He's such a dude. So anyway, he's got a thing about wool as well. I've got to be really careful to keep it away from him. And I've been making all my hats and stuff like that, and he absolutely adores like wool. And if he finds a bit, he will bite it, and I don't want it going to his guts, so it's kind of like a war of attrition with him. Like, and he cut my finger open earlier, so because I want to take away from him, and he wasn't having it. So but he's a good boy. I love him to bits. Anyway, the point is, having cats and having kids just for views is disgusting. You know, I keep thinking, what if I started fostering kittens again? I would love to do that, because I would love to show people how cute and lovely they are. Hi Dom, you alright? Yeah, meow. And look at Dom. Hi. You gonna come and say hello? Oh, you are so not knocking over my wine. Unconditional love. He doesn't care if I get pissed. Yeah. So I'm really just so I'm so over YouTubers and Instagram influencers and everyone else on the internet posting their pets to get likes and, you know, attention and clicks and all of this. I'm so over that, you know. I mean, I know that there's people who say family bloggers shouldn't post their kids because kids have got no consent. But isn't it the same with animals? Like, animals have got no consent. Animals are not accessories. And like, this has been a thing that's been going on before, you know, before social media. When celebrities used to carry around those little over hairy rats, I'm sorry, but they, you know, with an overbite and just too much hair and wild buggy eyes and just really disgusting. I mean, yes, I have got a pedigree cat. He's not here at the moment. He's chowing down or buggering around somewhere. And yeah, there are perfectly good reasons to get pedigree animal. And if it hadn't been for the fact that the Tonkinese is a really good therapy cat, hi Dom, and really cuddly and everything, I wouldn't have got one. You know, I would never have got a breed. Hello, Merp. He's so merpy. He's so merpy. You're so merpy. Yes, you are. He's sitting by my feet now. But just, you know, get a cat or dog or a gerbil or a rat or a stick insect or whatever, and then you get online and say, oh no, it's terrible, I've had to put this creature down because he didn't fit into my lifestyle, and oh, woe is me. And it's like, I've fostered feral kittens that would have never have had another chance. Dom is completely bonkers. I don't think he'd actually gone through two hi tail. he was an adoption reject basically, because the people who first adopted him couldn't cope with him being a bit bonkers. And then I later found out the reason that he was a bit bonkers is because the person who had fostered him from a kitten had not socialised him and kept him in a cage. I'm not going to say which cats you know, fostering. It's a big charity in the UK, and usually they're really good, but and this time it was absolutely atrocious. I mean, you know, I've seen bad pedigree breeders, and this was absolutely like the worst of the bad pedigree breeders. They had cages of cats with respiratory disorders and that stacked on top of each other, and you know, the charity running that must have, you know, turned a blind eye, because I know when I fostered kittens for that same charity, they were really strict about what I was doing. So yeah, so Dom's a little bit messed up. And the first family that adopted him, they had kids, and like the Philippines, they couldn't cope with him, but at least they had the decency to say, look, we can't cope with him, can you have him back? And so they gave him back, and now he's with me, and I can put up with him, even though he does things like cut my finger open when he gets too excited, and he's very bitey, and you know, and he's when we first got him, he was scared shitless of rolled up newspapers. So God fucking knows what that first adopted family did to him, because, you know, and also if I sneeze and he looks at me like he's really, really worried, he hates loud noises, and it breaks my heart, it really does. I mean, and now we've had him about, like, what did we get him in 2012, just before we moved house, and what is it? It's 2021 now, so yeah, 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that, and he's still really emotionally damaged, and we deal with that because, like people, cats dogs, etc. aren't perfect. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. I know, you're good. He absolutely loves hanging around me. If he can get in the way with anything, he will. He totally will. And the fact that I can't pick him up, I don't give a shit about that. You know, he just does what he wants to do, you know. You're a good boy, Dom, aren't you? Yeah. My first ever adopted cat, Al, was his tail. He was rescued by the same cat charity, but a different branch, and he did a lot better actually, because they took him to the central shelter thing, and he was living in cages piled up in a caravan and that, and he hadn't got neutered or anything. I think these people were trying to breed Tonkinese cats and it got a little bit out of control or something like that. But it was the first time I'd ever known about this breed, and he was so soppy, and that's why I ended up getting breed cats, and you know, only from like ethical breeders. There's one near Cheltenham. He's not doing it anymore, which is a bit sad because he's a vet and he really knew what he was doing. And when we got Pablo, Mojo sadly was a bit bonkers because the breeder, she was okay, you know. She didn't have a house full of howling male cats and female cats and kittens running all round under your feet and shit like that. But I wish I'd known. I don't know. But he wasn't well adjusted, and he was a bit of a bonkers cat, so I'm afraid he escaped out the house one day, and October 2016, and then I didn't find him until that January, and he was not in a good state. That's another story for another day. Anyway, so we got Pablo was from a lovely breeder who honestly was just like house cats. He was absolutely beautiful, brilliant, much better adjusted. Dom was from a rescue situation, and that was not good. So I really don't agree with the adopt, don't shop rhetoric, because there's good and bad in both of it. But the point is, a cat or dog or whatever, a gerbil, a rat or whatever it is, it's a commitment, you know. To me, they're my children, because my psychiatrist back in 2000 said that I shouldn't have children because I wouldn't be able to cope with them. So I thought, it's not like I said I want to get cats because they're substitute children. It's just I've always grown up with them, and my husband always grown up with them. We'd always loved cats, and when we got to a position where we could be responsible for them, look after them properly, afford the vet's bills and give them space, and you know, so they were safe and everything like that. And we did it. But I've got my other channel with the cats on called Pablo and Friends, and now I'm thinking, because of the Phillipi situation with their dog, and lots of other internet channel sort of, you know, social media things like Instagram, YouTube and whatever, TikTok or whatever, and I see pets being just put in the most stupid situations, just, oh look at it, isn't this so funny? And it's not, because you know, it's degrading to the pets and it's not funny. And now I'm thinking, like, all the videos that I've posted on Pablo and Friends, it's like, am I doing the right thing? Because pets can't consent, you know, the same as children can't consent. And like, am I just doing this to like have extra clicks and say, oh, this is funny, this is cool or whatever, this is cute, and oh, it's a moral dilemma now, because I've just seen this. I've seen that worse couldn't go wrong, and I'm just like, I don't want to be that person, you know. I just want to let pets be pets. I want to let my animals be animals. I just want to have a free life and like not put them in front of the camera, make them do degrading, disgusting things, and you know, just laughs. I just don't want to do that. It's really, I'm in a bit of a moral dilemma here, because you know, they are funny and they are cute, but at the same time, they don't know that I'm posting this shit on the internet, and I don't want to put them deliberately in a position where they could be at harm. I would never do that, ever. There was one time in the Pablo and Friends channel, where some lambs accidentally got into my garden because I live in the Forest of Dean and we have feral sheep. It's a bonkers place. And they came in, and Pablo was quite small at that point, and they came in and he hadn't got a clue about them, and they were chasing him around the garden, and it was very funny. But now I look back on that, I'm thinking he must have been terrified of these things, because even though lambs are babies, they're still bigger than a cat. And did I have a right to post that? You know, did I have a right to, you know, look at this is so funny, but actually, you know, he's really scared? Did I have a right to do that? I don't think so. So I've got no love for people who put their pets on the internet just to exploit them. The same as family vloggers. I'm just not into that now. You know, dogs on vlogs, nope. You know, don't. You know, look at Dom is just wandering around doing his thing. You know, if Pablo comes in here now and does his thing, that's cool. That's cool. He'll probably piss on something because small cat syndrome. It's not as bad as Mojo, but like I said, Mojo was in a weird situation. It's really tricky, you know. And also, if you want to adopt a dog, a cat, or any other animal, be very careful where you get it from, because you're going to end up with a psychologically bloody messed up animal that is not human. You can't talk to it, you can't reason with it, and it doesn't speak the same language as you. So if you've got it from if it's a damaged animal psychologically, you are going to end up with a hell of a load of a nightmare. And if you're not prepared to cope with that, you're not prepared to, you know, you can train animals and that. You know, I've got Dom to sit outside of the bedroom door and calm down and go to bed, because sometimes you just wake me up by yowling. And they know that I'm going to be there. I'm going to cuddle them in the morning. They need to, you know, it's taken a long time. And there's YouTubers with children who just raise them to be brats and then just kill their dogs and cats or whatever because they just happen to be inconvenient. To me, dogs, cats and children are the same. You've got to train them, right? When I grew up, when I was born, my mum and dad were out of wedlock, but when they finally got married, my dad, I think it was my dad, had already got this boxer dog called Bruce, and my mum was really worried because she thought that Bruce was like jealous and that, but actually we got on all right. And then my mum and dad got a Siamese cat called Kimbo, and then another one called Polo, and you know, and then various dogs and that, like, so no, it was fine. And like, if the dogs or cats ever did anything to me, and my mum and dad were always watching, and they would say, look, what did you do? And I'd say, I did this. And like, well, that's your own fault if you got bit then. It's your own fault if you got scratched. You know, I mean, they were not the greatest parents in the world, and I did get a lot of shit from them. But that particular thing about respecting animals, I did actually agree with, even though I was probably over-disciplined with a lot of other things and kind of ground down a bit. But that was not, I don't consider that abuse to me. I consider that reasonable. And there was a friend of my dad's that had a Weimaraner, and they are particularly bonkers. We had a pointer as well. We did have a Weimaraner and a pointer, but like I said, some of these breeds can be a bit bonkers. Like, you know, they're just, I don't know. I think sometimes that they can get a little bit overbred. Oops. And I think my dad wanted this Weimaraner as a status symbol. And it was Max, and he was a bit bonkers, but he didn't get put down because he bit us. He unfortunately had this habit of swallowing stones, and one of them gave him sepsis, and his organs shut down, and he had a heart attack on the operating table. At least that's what they told me. But my dad's friend then got a Weimaraner, and they had a little daughter, and we were, I mean, I think I was about 13 or 14 or something like that, and I was playing with this dog, and he hit my nose, and he hit my sister's nose, and they wanted to have him put down, and I said, no. Look, you know, I take full responsibility. Like, you're winding him up. Like, dogs just animals. They're animals, you know. They just they react. You know, the human brain has reason, and then inside that it's got mammalian brain, and inside that it's got a little brain and whatever it is. But dogs don't have that extra layer of the brain where they can reason with people and say, I shouldn't bite that person. They're just thinking, this person is aggravating me, and I'm annoyed, and I'm going to fucking lash out. And that's a problem with the Philippines, right? And I think these people are control freaks, and I just, either they're control freaks, or they think so much of their precious little womb vermin. I'm sorry, but people on social media with family vlogs who pump out kids like that, I'm sorry, they are womb vermin. Wish I were womb virgins, you know. Stop the fucking sauce. Anyway, yeah, I just, maybe it's because they're Americans, and maybe it's because Americans have got this biblical idea that, like, humans are, like, you know, the overarching authority, and animals are just there for you to do what you like with. I've no idea. I'm not an American. I don't live there. I don't know. You know, post the thing below if you think that's a thing. I know that some people say that, you know, the English love their animals more. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but I know certain things in England, and actually in certain rural areas where they have puppy farms, and they think they can get away with it because they're in rural areas, because they're tucked away and no one can, you know. And then you get certain people who steal puppies and breed from them, or whatever, and because of COVID and unemployment and people wanting puppies and that they just unscrupulously churn out puppies, or unscrupulously steal puppies and things like that. And one of the things I wanted to do actually was to kind of like be a puppy bodyguard, like go out with a woman or somebody who's vulnerable, and just kind of like go out with them, and just like, you know, if anyone make any threats towards them or their puppies, or try to kill them, try to steal them, and I would just like, I am gonna punch your fucking lights out. You get anywhere near this dog. I would do that. I would so do that, because they don't deserve it. Really, like I say, dogs don't deserve humans. And like animals, basically. I'm not going to go down the whole Peter route to say we shouldn't have pets, because, you know, a lot of them. Dom. Yeah, hi. Yes, I know. I need to clear my bed up. I know. I look like a scumbag. I'm a scumbag. It's a work in progress. I'm not really not that tatty. I haven't got Pepe the Frog poster on my wall or anything like that. I'm just tidying things up. Like, what? So yeah, it's just, you know, it's a being. It's a sentient being. You've got no right to treat it like a fashion accessory or an object or anything like that. Dom, come say hi. Dom, you gonna say hi? Nope. Look at him. He's lucky. He's so lucky. I want to have a black cat tattoo on my arm. Yeah. He's awesome. Hi. Hiya. Meow. Yes, you are. Right, well that's it basically. I'm trying to make light of this, and I deliberately haven't included any clips of these bloody Phillipi people. Oh, family bloggers, just, oh God, oh, they're the scum of the earth. Anyway, that's my pasta done. I better go and turn that off before it overboils. So have a lovely weekend, dudes, and take care. And if you're not with the ones you love the ones you're with. Give all your pets a cuddle from me, and I'll see you. Bye bye.